It is now official. I successfully completed my first year of medical school. And when I say successfully, I think that, well, let me just elaborate on all of that. Now, the last month leading up to the end of the second semester of my first year was very, very difficult for me, and I know for many of my classmates. Our schedule was just very, very, very tough. And it's interesting to think how right now, as I sit here, I haven't really even digested the fact that I overcame the hurdles that were in front of me, and all of us did really. But the truth of the matter is that 3 weeks ago, I was sitting in a very different place. I was very unsure about how I was going to get through the rest of the year. I had 2 weeks left in my first year of medical school and 6 exams. I was burnt out. I was anxious. I felt a feeling, I felt demoralized. I felt tired. Um, I wasn't eating as well as maybe I should have been. Um, and a lot of that came from just there was no I didn't really see another way to do it. And and I did survive those 2 weeks. I did reach out and get help from my support system, my friends, my family, and most importantly, my classmates, who were going through very similar things to me. And there would be good days and there would be bad days. But specifically 3 weeks ago, I was very afraid that I would screw up the next 2 weeks of 6 exams, which was just so much. Because I was tired, because it was physically painful when I sat down to study, which I had never really experienced before in my life. So this was a very true kind of burnout that I had just never felt before, and it felt that there was going to be no mercy for the way that I was feeling. Obviously, what happened was I did my best and I got through those 2 weeks. And I'm not going to pretend that I killed every single exam I took in the last 2 weeks of medical school. I did really well on some of them. I did not so well on others, because that was the nature of the game. It wasn't because I wasn't capable, but it was that was what was left in me. And so I did my best, and my best was enough. I did pass, and I'm extremely relieved. Um, yeah. So, yeah, it's just crazy to think. I guess what I'm trying to get to is that every time I keep thinking I've had some of the worst days I've had, I have more of those days. Every time I keep thinking I'm at a very low point, and I think of low points in the past, they happen again. And every time, also, I get through those points. With difficulty. It's never very pretty, like I said, but it does happen, and I do come out on the other side. So, um, yeah, today I had the opportunity to um, spend time in the hospital I worked for last year, this time as a medical student, in a program that I'm doing this summer. But the point is that today I was reminded of all of the reasons that I want to be a physician, and basically that I'm in the right place. And this was really important for me, I think, because thinking of where I was just a few weeks ago, when it just seemed like it was all a train wreck, there was no way out. What today has, and I think the summer will continue to show me as I am in a clinical setting again, is that there is some kind of light at the end of my tunnel, and I think I can get to it, and it might not be the prettiest, like, easiest road, but I'm going to continue down it. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer, being pretty chill, and then my second year of medical school.